Hello everyone, my name is Nikhil Muva, and today I'm excited to present my Europa habitat design. Europa is one of Jupiter's moons and is a fascinating destination for human exploration, but comes with extreme challenges such as high radiation, an icy surface, and an absence of atmosphere. The habitat is designed to support um, a 100 to 250 member crew, but will need further module expansion to sustain more. It'll do so by sustainably using advanced technologies such as in situation, resource utilization, and automation. The chosen location for the habitat is on the leading hemisphere of Europa. This site was selected because of its lower radiation exposure, stable geology with minimal seismic activity, and a smooth surface that simplifies construction and gives access to the subsurface ocean. To ensure security and efficiency, the habitat will be built using materials like Europa's ice to create a snow layers, regolith, which will be used for radiation shielding, carbon fiber walls, um, titanium alloy sheets, and steel bracings. 3D printed technology will be used for less structural means. A key component of sustaining life on Europa is a robust life support system. Oxygen will be produced through electrolysis of ice, and water will be extracted from the ice deposits, which are and then will be fully recycled within the habitat. For food, the habitat will rely on an aeroponic greenhouses for growing fruits and vegetables, primary sources such as insects, cultured meats, and algae. Protein sources such as insects, cultured meats, and algae. To maintain the crew's health, the habitat will include a mental health support through VR simulations, personal living spaces, and regular communication with Earth. Physical health activities like gym, artificial sections, and regularly and fully equipped medical centers. Moving within and outside the habitat is crucial for daily life. Inside, there will be pressurized tunnels which connect different modules, allowing for safe movement, and crew members will have access to electric vehicles for transport. For external exploration, we'll use pressurized rovers for surface travel, rocket power hoppers for long distance journeys, um, and tethered drones. Safety is a top priority, and several measures have been implemented to keep it as such. A radiation protection through underground structures and shielding materials like regolith and water, meteor impact and reinforced structures, meteor impact resistance and reinforced structures, and climate control. To add more context, I'd like to talk about my research. Um, Firstly, the materials that are going to be used. The base will primarily use in situ resources, as said before, and but or and imported materials from Earth. Europa's ice, once again, will be used to produce snow layers and other radiation preventing measures. Um, a surface regolith will be used as a component. Will have imported materials such as high strength and lightweight composites. There's carbon fiber, steel alloys, and copper alloys, and especially titanium alloys. Um, for our air, water, and oxygen, air and food supplies, oxygen will be generated through electrolysis of water extracted from Europa's ice. A closed loop life support system will recycle air, removing carbon dioxide and other contaminants. Water will be sourced from Europa's ice, which will be which will recycle systems and reclaim water from waste, humidity, and hygiene processes. A combination of imported supplies and in situation agriculture will be used. Um, Hydroponics and aeroponic systems such as greenhouses will grow crops, and protein sources such as insects, cultured meats, and algae. Um, Insects will be more of a newer thing, and so will be much more difficult to implement and might have mental health um, conditions, but will need to be further researched. Um, for crew movement, pressurized modular habitats are connected by tunnels that are that are mobile and thus can be added at any point to further expand the habitat or connect habitats. Radiation shielding will one of the best ways is to conduct it the habitat underground beneath thick layers of ice and regolith. Um, I will also be using meteor for meteor protection. We'll be using the buried habitats. Surface structures will incorporate impact-resistant materials such as the carbon fiber, the titanium alloys, and steel specifically for bracing. And will require regular monitoring for potential threats. For weather protection, Europa has a tenuous atmosphere, and but temperature extremes do exist, and so freeze resistance will be key. Power sources will be at some point have to access nuclear fission reactors to provide stable energy, and will provide stable energy and will much be much more costly to enact. Um, Radioscopic thermal generators, a secondary power source from and will be like backup systems from. This will be done through like the ice systems that already exist and geothermal energy. Although there's very low likelihood of this occurring, depending on how accessible the ocean floor is. And to continue, for mental health, we'll have dedicated recreation areas and virtual reality systems simulating Earth environments, but and we'll also have regular communication with family, individual, and we'll have individual living quarters. Communications will be done through long range satellite communications. However, this delay is quite a bit and will not be real time communications. Um, well, for to further enhance mental health, the mental health of crew members, living quarters, as I said, will be private and customizable. Recreation areas such as gymnasiums, libraries, and VR rooms will be present. The greenhouses with for not only food production but also uh, recreational activities to provide a sense of greenery will be necessary, and generally have good results back on Earth. And to communicate with Earth, there'll be high gain antenna, which is a large steerable antenna, which is the large dome as seen in my CAD design, and there will be and we'll use relay satellites between the locations. This will be a complicated system to set up, but will likely be very necessary. Um, and there will be automated systems um, such as those manning those satellites to continue. Um, Additional systems such as advanced robotics to do repairs on external repairs, which humans can't do reasonably. Um, will have an in situation resource plant, um, a dedicated facility for processing Europa's resources into usable materials, scientific laboratories or well equipped labs for conducting research in astrobiology. If obviously we were to uncover um, any extraterrestrial life, and closed loop flight support systems once again will be completely self sufficient and mainly be reliant on energy, which if a nuclear fission reactor were to be set up, would answer the requirements by quite a large margin. Thank you.